I don't want to sit here anymore.
A great cover picture on the mountain workshop. That is awesome. That is awesome. We're going to call to order a special meeting of the City Council of Morehead. At this time, please stand and join us in the reciting of Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Chrissy, call roll, please.
Bishop. Here. Carew.
Yes, ma'am.
Tanzini. Cash.
Here.
Beasley.
Here.
Fisher.
Here. Moving to item number 4, approval of combined restroom mechanical facility at Morehead City Park splash pad. Any discussion? Rodney's here. He can tell you the breakdown and how we got to where we are and where we're going and whatnot, and so forth.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Why is this so much more than the 100,000 we spent for that one?
It's not just the bathroom, and it's also the mechanical room that feeds the splash park. It's got some plumbing that feeds the splash park.
And about $60,000 worth of electrical.
Yeah, there's everything.
The
I
pumps,
mean, it
the
sounds
pumps.
awful because it's a, $185,000 bathroom, but it's not a bathroom, it's a mechanical room. And it was a very confusing bid based on that, because there's 2 sets of contracting going on, and, still to this day, we're still finding that some people were bidding on the same thing. One contractor was bidding on something, and so was the other. And so where the division of labor stops is very confusing, because nobody in this area has built a splash pad, and so don't know what's involved. So yeah, I guess the best answer, it's not just a bathroom, it's a mechanical room for the splash pad. And part of that by itself, without a bathroom, would have probably been $100,000 just for this infrastructure of the mechanical room. So
That includes the pumps too, right? Rodney?
No, the pump's separate.
No, the
Pump's
pump,
separate.
we've
The
already,
pump is in
we already had the pump.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
David, what did, do you remember what your all's electrical room cost, Kelly, you and David, when you redid the park? It wasn't cheap, was it?
The electrical room
Electrical room over at the big field when you had to
on the
redo all
fields
that?
over here, yeah, we redid it, it's around, I think it's close to $70,000-$80,000 to rehab this.
Because it wired all of the different fields.
Rewire all the electric.
This is 3-phase electric, it's not just normal. I mean, there's a lot of electric and a lot of plumbing. We were having a conversation with the splash pad contractor yesterday. It is gonna be incredibly tight, just fitting all the underground plumbing inside of the confines of that mechanical room.
So does it
And if we try to make it bigger, it just gets more expensive, so.
No, it can accommodate it, but it's gonna be tight. But the thing is, you gotta remember, there's 40 features that have
Right.
individual pipes on them.
Right.
40 different features have to go into that. It's not just one that feeds it, because each one of them are solely pressurized. So,
You say tight, is it gonna fit or not?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's planned, we have it drawn. It's just, it's very tight.
yeah. And it's tight per the inspector. That was the key. It's gone through the state pool inspector.
It just makes it more difficult to build when you have to,
We've
when
already,
you have such close tolerances.
we've already got state approval on it. How long is he gonna take to do this?
Based on today and this week's weather
Yeah,
forecast,
I mean-
probably not as quick as we want.
He has till the 22nd, is that correct?
He
September
does, I mean,
22nd?
and I kinda have a little issue with that, because we were supposed to have it ready to start yesterday. But, we can't even get the bid approved until today. The splash pad contractor can't start until the plant board gets the sewer in. The bathroom contractor can't start until the splash pad contractor gets everything excavated. So, we're gonna be a week to 2 weeks late getting started. And I still think it'll all be finished.
Kenny Cornett is personally digging, running the 300+ feet of sewer and water for us.
350
But they're held up by rain
300.
too. And so they've ran it, and that's been a huge savings to us. But as soon as he gets, it's a chicken and the egg. As soon as that happens, next step will be, as he said, the next step, it's basically 3 steps.
Yeah.
Now, the good thing about it is, after this week, Greg, won't all of the equipment except for the trees be in this week, as far as the fixtures, as far as you know?
We're getting another shipment
this week. I'm not sure exactly what.
What's good about it is, once he gets it ready, we do have all the fixtures here, and he'll just set them and go. The big one waiting on is the trees, and it's about 10,000 pound, 2 concrete trees. And that's our last shipment. We've got several crates over there already.
Yeah, the stuff they have to put underground first is already here.
Yeah.
We kinda lucked out on it didn't feel like it, but we kinda lucked out on the manholes because they could have taken anywhere from 2 weeks to 16 weeks before we get them, before the plant work had set. They
As
came
crazy as
in
that
last,
sounds, there's not a
I think
manhole.
last Friday, and they got started on it, but
But
then
they have
it's
to be
rained every
fabricated.
day.
Rodney?
The manholes, could have taken, we could still be waiting on them, but we lucked out and they came in, maybe a week later than we wanted, but they're here, and that's been a little bit of a holdup. And then when they got them in, it's rained every day since, so, you know. We built Tom into the contracts for the rain, but we didn't necessarily build Tom into contracts for a delayed starting.
And David Taylor, who's with PSS Contractors, who you see his equipment over there, he's the main guy that's going to install it that we improved last time. And talking to Chris Campbell, who is the salesperson and the designer for the splash pad out of Cincinnati with David Williams and Water Odyssey, he says that David cannot do anything else until he gets his part done. So as soon as phase 1's done with Kenny, so he's gonna jump on, he'll work late nights, he'll get it done because his equipment's sitting down there, he needs it somewhere else. So that's the good thing. And then he says he will knock it out. You know, we're just at this point, we're at the mercy of the weather, and, but Kenny's close, isn't he? 'Cause the next
Yeah,
thing-
if we would have had sun today and tomorrow, yeah, I think he would have been
He's
done
been
tomorrow.
finished. And as soon as he's finished, David starts it then quick. So, it's getting rain all week, yes, sir.
Mary, I wanted, is it appropriate to talk now about
Of
the
course,
contract?
of course.
On page 22D, compensation. Generally speaking, I'm opposed to paying a contractor cash up front before any work is begun. So I have a concern about that.
Okay.
That's really my only concern.
I'll let Rodney, you wanna address that?
Well, I mean, this job was too small for a big contractor and too intimidating for a lot of the contractors that probably were completely capable of doing it. And to be honest, we got one bid, and it was, I can't afford to bring these materials on site without some money up front. I mean, he's got enough money to, you know, to put up the bond, you know, the cash bond.
Yeah, and that was the key, because we went back and forth on that, and Rodney, we insisted on the cash bond, and because of his reputation, he's not done anything here, but he is under he's gonna be under contract very soon to do something about Sterling, talking about David Taylor and PSS. But, you know, we tried to vet him as much as we could, and the thing with that is, on vetting him for that, I'm sorry, we're talking about the second one, aren't we? Okay, in order to get them to do it, you had 2 other bids.
I mean, I had problems getting people to bid, honestly.
It's almost too big for local contractors and too small for large contractors. It's right in between. But the contractor you have done, you've vetted and you've
Oh,
actually
yeah, yeah.
had
he's done
personal
all kinds of
experience
stuff
with
around
them.
here, yeah.
Okay. So, you know, it's whatever y'all wanna do on that. I mean, we kinda felt like the cash bond was the key, right?
That was a big kicker for him, and one guy wanted to bid it, he just couldn't get it in time, but he called me after I got the single bid, and he said, well, it's just as well, because I was about $50,000 higher anyway.
And the thing about I still don't understand it as much as well as Rodney does. Tom probably does more because he's dealt with it. On the bond issue, why it was such a big issue, if we had a general contractor, which we did try to do that, usually the general contractor will carry the bid, carry the bond so that the subs can do the work. In this case, the bid was so out of whack with what we were able to do, we had to go and do it piecemeal, which we don't like to do. But in this case, we felt like to get it done as close to time and budget as we could. So I agree with you, Tom, it's not the best setup, but in order to get it done under these circumstances, and because he's the only bid, and because of Rodney's confidence in him, that's why we put it in there. Does anybody else have any questions about the contract or times or anything?
Just one small comment. On
Yes, ma'am.
page 21,
Yes, ma'am.
item B, If that's substantial and it's misspelled, if it's another word, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's.
Yes, yes. That's substationally. Because, you know, there is gonna be a substation there. And that's what that was for.
Base station.
It's okay, it's all right.
Quick
Listen, her
question.
job is to count the beans, not do the spelling. And then Joyce is, she's out running somewhere on vacation, so it's her fault. Go ahead.
Quick question, because
Yes,
I haven't
ma'am.
seen a design of the bathroom, other room. How many bathrooms for men and how many for women?
It's one bathroom for men, one bathroom for women. The women's, there's two.
How many holes are
there's-
you asking for?
The women's is a 2-holer, and the men's has a urinal and a toilet.
Yeah,
and
it's a whole lot.
And both units are completely accessible,
And that was per the original,
handicap accessible.
yeah, and that ADA, and that was per the original design stayed with that.
The only
Because
thing
we
that
have to have by requirement that many, for that many people using it.
we cut a few things from the original design, an area for an office and a concession stand. And we backed those back
Well,
off
vending
to
machines.
try to get
We cut
to
them
get the
out.
cost down. Yeah, I'd say concession stand. We were just gonna have vending machines outside. But we cut the cost of that down, and that, you know, the concession area had a roll-up door, so we could just lock it. We had to pull all that off. I did get the contractor, after he won the bid, he's agreed to go back to split face block with a metal roof to match our concession stand over here.
That is
With
a good
no
thing
extra
about being
charge,
original.
no extra charge.
It's gonna be nice.
And it is an extra charge, but, you know, I thought it was pretty good.
And you
pretty good
think,
concession.
and we don't know, but you told me you believe the 185 is higher than obviously than we wanted, but you believe once the time is over with and talking to him, unless something happens out of whack for the materials, it's actually probably gonna come in a little less. Is that what you said?
That's the hope, you know,
That's what he told me. It may not, but. it's our hope.
Also have, baby changing stations.
But that's a simple thing, we can just order both of them on the wall. Yeah, we can do those.
Oh,
I don't- I don't think so. I don't think it does, Tom. Honestly, I don't remember seeing that.
Dave, you remember what those run usually?
It's
They're
a matter of having.
$200.
Yeah, it's a
I
having
just wanna
room
make
for
sure
it.
the
Room fees.
Well, there is, because there's room over, it's not as big, it's about to say, is it bigger than the one we have over here?
No,
Space
the
One?
bathrooms are the same size.
Oh, no, you're right.
Oh, I don't know about this one. I don't know what size this bathroom is over here.
What size is this bathroom run?
The whole building is 24 by 28, but that counts the mechanical room. There's a chase between the bathrooms for plumbing and such.
We'll check on that.
Yeah, I'll check see if there's a place to add it, because it'd be a very affordable upgrade. If it fits.
And it folds into the wall, or it
Yeah,
folds
right.
on the walls, it's not a stand, so that's a good thing. It is. Check with Sherwin, we're just on some peripheral costs I told you about last time. We're checking with Sherwin-Williams, we think they're gonna partner with us on the paint. Remember I told you the recommended paint is some ungodly amount of $30,000 plus? We think Sherwin-Williams is gonna do that for significantly less, and they're gonna probably help us sponsor, they're gonna sponsor that for us. I mean, down in the low thousands, we're still waiting on that. I've got some people who are gonna sponsor some tables for us, and some chairs and some umbrellas. So we're not gonna be ready for the full summer, but we're gonna be functional for the 3 to 4 weeks we're open.
So
Mayor.
the paint's not included with the bid with the contractor?
The
No.
what? The paint?
No,
Paint is
no,
not.
no. But,
No, wait a minute, I think we're mixing two things.
yeah,
The painting of the facility for this contract, is there any painting in this?
There's none required split face block that's already
I was just talking about the
tinted.
pad.
And he was talking about the surface of the splash pad itself, which doesn't have to be painted.
What about inside the bathrooms?
It's still split face, I mean, it's already tan, you know.
Floor, ceiling.
It's not just concrete block, and that's the concession I was after, because it looks good.
No, what he was talking about.
What's that?
You
Floor,
got
floor smooth concrete, well, brushed concrete, I guess.
Oh, the floor? Yeah, the floor would just be
floor and
smooth
ceiling, I mean,
concrete.
will you not have to paint those, or?
You wouldn't have to, I wouldn't, because it always peels up. I mean,
Because of the
wet area
moisture,
like that.
it's hard to adjust the moisture and help out.
I mean, I'm sure we'll seal it, you know, with a concrete sealer, but that won't be tinted or anything.
What kind of ceiling are you putting in there now?
Ceiling, drywall, painted.
It'll look like these over here then, basically, right?
Yeah.
I haven't been in that one.
Yeah, that's what it's the same block and the same roof.
Yeah.
Who'll be
Same-
doing
same
that
block
work,
and roof,
public
that's right.
work, who'll be doing that, public works? or
What's
will
that?
be hiring somebody to do the drywall? or-
No, that's included.
That's all included, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing the public works we would have him do is the fencing. David has got a call in to his fencing group. Ryle Graham is one of the ones that's they've done it before, will allow others, because it's gonna be under 20,000. So we won't have to have bids, but we will try to get quotes And, we're hoping that they will, again, do like Sherwin-Williams. David feels confident that they do something and do some co-sponsoring on the fencing. And we're not going with the decorative aluminum fencing, which was $20,000 to $30,000. We're gonna go with 5-foot green, plastic coated chain link, 5 foot. And that'll save quite a bit of money. And we think they're gonna be able to sponsor with us and give us a deal. Dave's working on that today. So those are things that we'll have that we believe we can take, that was not in the contract. It's something we can work out. Our guys will put them up. Our guys will do the painting. So, you know, the labor part of that is something they can do anyway, so.
At our next meeting, can we have an entire budget with all that in it, including what the city is spending?
As far as
in
any
labor?
kind, yeah.
Well, yeah, because I mean, this is our project and it's costing us money, they could be doing other things.
They could be, and
Yeah.
I appreciate, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the plant board, and the agreement we had with the plant board was, help us when you can, but if you're on a major project, don't. And there've been days they couldn't help us, but Kenny's over here anytime they can. And with us, you know, right now we're in paving mode, of course, with Mother Nature, we're not gonna be paving this week, but they've already scraped a bunch of roads, and our guys will help with curb painting, but mainly that's being done through Hinkle. So we've kind of got a good time right now, and I leave it up to Greg. I said, you know, don't call off something major to do this, if you can do it. That's what they've been doing. Greg's actually been running some of the equipment himself, and other folks have been doing, so, yeah. Any other questions, comments?
Who is the company that placed the bid?
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Building and containment. Contracting, sorry.
The company,
Owens Building and
Owens,
Oh, the company?
Oh,
Owens,
DNS.
Yeah.
And how much is the cost?
185, which was, when we went last time, we said we were hoping to be between 125 and 150, and it's actually over. A lot of that was due, we think, to the electrical work. I mean, we had no idea it was gonna be, we did, but $65,000 electrical. And that's not, that's no bells and whistles, that's
What it takes.
because each one of the, again, the way the pumps run. All right, so no other questions, we'll go ahead and call roll, please.
Bishop,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Santini, Cash, Mosley,
Yes.
Teeter,
Yes.
Moving on into item 5, first reading of an ordinance amending Title 7 Traffic Code, Chapter 73, Traffic Schedule, Schedule 2, Stop Signs of the City of Morehead Code of Ordinances to make the intersection of Bridge and Triplet Street a freeway stop.
So moved.
Any discussion on that? We think that's been needed for quite a while. This, for those of you who don't know, it's going to be over here at the corner of Liberty Fence, so if people are parking here or at a game, they can walk across safely now because it's only really a two-way stop now, so. No discussion, questions? Hearing none, please call roll.
Bishop,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Santini, Cash, Mosley,
Yes.
Teeter,
Item 6, 2018 Bluegrass Canine Narcotic Trials, request from Baker Hollis, Ryan County Sheriff's Department.
So moved.
Second?
All right, real quick, what this is, you've got a little bit of description in there. Baker came to me last month and asked me, he's currently the canine unit with the sheriff's office. And Baker came to us because, I'll let the chief speak to it in a minute. Obviously, we're trying to get a dog, we just got the dog kicked out, which is cool. And this right here is something that helps us when we go into further training. Baker went to the county, and the county gave him $500 to help towards this for costs. And the training, he goes through this trial, and Derek can explain to you, will it benefit us with our dog. So that's what it's there for. And I thought we would match the county. If you have any questions, Beth knows a little bit about how they train and stuff like that. You've already seen pictures of the dog we're getting, right?
Dax.
Dax.
Unless
So
he
Chief,
changed his name.
Chief, you wanna, I'm sorry.
Point of order, what was your motion?
To maybe,
Make a donation.
make a donation of $500.
Give me an amount, something.
Sure, 500.
Max.
All right. That's why you're here tonight. We're glad when you show up. You want to tell a little bit about the,
I mean, anytime you can bring something like that closer to home for us, it's gonna be great. I mean, it's, we're just trying to get our canine program fired back up, so it'll benefit us quite a bit.
When do you anticipate, now we do it, we pick up the dog tags,
Yeah,
right?
we have a dog picked out. He
21-month-old
goes-
male?
Yeah, he goes to school, handler and him go to school, let's see, August 13th they start, so they'll get out about October 1st. So,
And his handler's one of the,
Josh Ison.
okay, cool. Any further comments, questions, amendments? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bishop,
Okay.
Bishop,
Yes.
Karu,
Yes.
Francini,
Yes.
Cash, Bosley.
Yes.
Seaver.
All righty, thank you all. Any other, we can't do that, so we need someone to make a motion to adjourn. It goes back to you, Bruce Jr. All right,
Second.
thank you, guys. Be dry out there.
That ain't gonna happen.